Stop using God's name, Jesus, Yeshua, the Most High, Yahweh. Stop using God's name to bully innocent people who are exuding love, okay? Who treat people with kindness, who treat people with care, compassion, consideration, who treat people with the fruits of the Spirit. And because of how that person speaks, because that person may use profanity, not cursing, profanity, because that person may look a certain way, dress a certain, whatever that may be, stop using God's name to bully innocent people. You devil, you church devil, you holy devil, you sanctified devil, whatever devil you choose to be, masquerading yourself behind a title such as pastor, minister, sister, brother, whomever, doctor. Stop. And there's consequences for your actions. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you fool, who you convince, who does it with you. All of you will suffer the consequences. You will be held under judgment. You should have done your due diligence. You should have studied to show thyself approved unto God. But stop going around persecuting people, ridiculing people without doing proper research on that person. Like that is crazy to me. Like, who are you to who are you to go around bombarding yourself in people's energy, demonizing them? Demonizing them when they've literally done nothing wrong. And y'all really need to tread lightly and be careful, okay? Because you don't know if you're running up on God's chosen one. You don't know if you're running up on one of God's judges that may not be a judge in the earthly realm, but maybe a judge in the spirit realm. You don't know how many lives that person has positively impacted behind the scenes. The charity that person has done out of the public eye. You don't know how close that person is with God. You don't know the inside scoop that God gives that person. You don't know the capacity, the intensity of that person's gifts, spiritual gifts, abilities, their talents. You don't know that that person's voice, that person's presence, that person's talents, that person, humor, that person's singing, creativity. You don't know how that person is positively transforming people's lives to bring them closer to God. You don't know how much of a catalyst that person is to turn people towards God. So, my thing is, stop being a bully. Stop being a bully. And you should probably pay attention to how you're raising other bullies who are bullying people out of ignorance, but using God's name to validate the bullying. Like, stop. Because y'all are literally cultivating more bullies in all generations due to ignorance and a lack of understanding. A lack of closeness with God because y'all want to be the idols that's being worshipped. While y'all harvesting off these people and clout chasing. But behind a title, behind your best dressed, behind a community that's also distorted and confused. Okay? Trying to keep up with the Joneses like y'all. Trying to keep up, trying to impress one another. Okay? Trying to impress one another instead of trying to impress God. That's my thing. And I'm going to let you know right now, Don't come my way with it because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So don't come my way with that. Don't come my way with that. Personally, at 29 years old, I have a reputation of positively impacting and influencing people's lives, triggering people's, awakenings, triggering self actualization. But yeah, helping people reach breakthroughs, being a strong tower, a safe tower to people. Don't be fooled by me using profanity here and there. Don't be fooled by your lack of understanding and the confusion of your own heart. Because your heart may be tainted with vanity. My heart is not tainted with vanity. My heart is not tainted with clout and attention seeking. My heart is not tainted with the things that most people's hearts are tainted by. Especially a lot of people who, has developed or who are used to getting ego strokes in these communities. I'm strong enough to walk alone with God. A lot of you people are not. A lot of you people in these churches are not strong enough to walk alone with God when need be. There's a time and a place for everything. Since y'all want to use Jesus so much, how about you actually pay attention to Jesus' life? Actually pay attention to the words that Jesus spoke. Actually pay attention to Jesus' life. Period. Pay attention to when Jesus walked away, when Jesus, yeah, because I'm not doing none of this. I'm not tolerating nobody's mess. Pay attention to when Jesus walked away from everybody because he was divinely guided to do so, because God told him to do so. Pay attention to Moses. Pay attention to all the different prophets, okay? And all that they sacrificed and gave up as it pertains to vanity, as it pertains to materialism, just to honor God. So I can't, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's sad to see these children dying behind bullying. It's sad. And no matter how touchy, how triggering it may be, the sins of the father befall upon the children. And a lot of children, in most cases, who become bullies are bullies because their parents are bullies. Most children that become bullies are raised by bullies. Or there's a bully in proximity to that child. So I think it's very hypocritical to focus all of that on the children. Okay, when children bully or team up to be bullies and bully a person to death, I think it's very irresponsible on behalf of the adults that raise those children to completely exclude themselves in their participation in the cultivation of bullying energy. You should be attentive to the kind of music your child is listening to. You should be mindful of the type of music, the type of TV shows, Bad Girls, whatever. You should be mindful of all of that. Whatever culture that you're cultivating amidst your child, you should be mindful of that. Mom, dad, grandma, aunt, uncle, brother, sister. But then y'all just want to, just, oh, children. No, 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 no. No. Take responsibility and ownership for your product, for your investment. for your contribution, for what you created. Take responsibility. Let's not stop there. When it comes to teaching children how to properly defend themselves on all levels. And it's crazy how the caption is, stop bullying innocent people behind God's name. Y'all do realize there are groups of people out here, not just children, but adults, who bully and target individuals, and they hide behind God's name or certain scriptures, okay, in order to validate that bullying, the persecution, whatever the case may be. They did it to Jesus. They did the same thing to Jesus. They did the same thing to Jesus. And the irony of people, the last video I just did, somebody came on there to my son, please turn to Jesus, sister. What? What are you talking about? I talk about Yeshua all the time. I talk about the Most High all the time. Literally. I think in every video that I've posted, I've mentioned God, the Most High. Every single video, more than likely. That's how immersed I am in God. Everything that I do, my motivation is God. Literally. You know, this person that I was talking to, that I'm no longer talking to because he decided to become a bully to me. Even though I've shown him nothing but love. Nothing but love. Nothing but love, loyalty, faithfulness, trustworthiness, dependability, all of that, reliability. Everything that he should have reciprocated to me. But he allowed people who don't know me personally, who's never had a conversation with me ever, he allowed those people to convince him of things, lies, projections that he has never himself seen out of me. But people who don't know me personally, he decided to become nasty, rude, cruel, harsh, abusive, mean-spirited to me based off strangers. Even though he know me personally. You know, it went from us being excited to mutually talk about God and spiritual experiences to him asking me to, or him basically telling me to shut up anytime I mention God. And he know me to mention God just about in all things. That's who I am. Like, to each their own. I can only, talk about my experience, but to have somebody act like they fell for you or love you or what they love the most about you, the same person that told me that became somebody that started telling me to shut up about God was the same person who once said out of his mouth, you are the only person I know to be the closest to God. Out of the same mouth, he started telling me to shut up about God, as if I'm speaking of God deceptively, but it's like from the beginning of you knowing me, I've always talked about God. I've always praised God. I've always held God's name on high. So what's the difference? Because of these devils hiding behind God's name, but being bullying an innocent person, a person who's never caused them any harm directly. And if anything that I'm doing is causing them harm, it's indirectly. Let's not beat around the bush. What's been causing these people who convince you to be a devil to me, indirect harm, is the positive impact that I've had in your life. Positive impacts and shifts in your energy where they feel like certain benefits of you being toxic is being revoked. And so now they have to paint me as the demon. They have to paint me as the devil. And you just toss all the sense that God has blessed you with on your own. Because at the end of the day, you came in this world. You came in this world on your own. God knew you before God, oh my God. God knew you before these people knew you. And you forsook your own dreams, your own prophetic dreams, your own intuition, your own discernment to listen to devils. Even though God knew you before you enter your mother's womb. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of these people who call themselves trying to come and persecute me. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many times you do it. I don't care how successful it seems. I don't care how many people team up with you to persecute me. You will never separate me from God. So since y'all want to abuse and weaponize scriptures, how about you pull that one up? How about you pull and you study? How about you study that scripture? Nothing shall be able to separate me from the love of God, nor height, nor depth. Nothing. None of you. Not your titles, not your community, not your clout. Nothing. 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 I can't stand, bro. I cannot. And that's why God says, many of you will come to me and say, oh, oh Lord, I said this about you, and yay, Lord. And God is going to say, I do not know you. Why? Because y'all out here steadily bullying innocent people behind God's name. And then you have the audacity to do it behind God's name. And what's the excuse? God says, study to show thyself approved. Yourself, 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 yourself approved unto God. That's what God said. That's what God said. See, what always made me a threat is I will be experiencing real warfare in life because of the plans God has for me. Where it's obvious that it will be an advantage or to a benefit of demonic energy or evil to put me out, to sift me as weak, to eliminate me before I can fulfill my destiny and the prophecy that God has over my life. So of course I go through warfare. Of course I've gone through warfare, but I am more than a conqueror. And all things are possible for them who love God, who's okay with being switched up on by people that they loved, okay, and they're not going to crumble for the simple fact that they love that person. And that's my thing, like how love is always weaponized. People always weaponize your love for them. People will always weaponize your love for them. Always. And you got to be okay with people revoking love from you, because as long as it's not God giving you over to a reprobated mind, as long as God has not forsaken you, you should be able to withstand anybody else in this motherfucking world forsaking you. I don't give a fuck how much you love them. I don't care how much they claim they love you and care about you. That is going to be the ultimate test for every soul in this goddamn world. And that's just on period. That's just every soul that came from the divine. That will be the ultimate test. It's the reason why God says these things specifically. I will never leave you or forsake you, because many people will leave you and will forsake you. And they will think that that is a strong enough weapon to remove you from God or get you to remove yourself, Job. But they can't kill you. They can't kill you. I feel like the way some outcomes end up going are 100% avoidable. I feel like when it becomes unavoidable is when people are separated from God. That's when it becomes unavoidable. When people are not armed with the truth, with the breastplate of righteousness, when people are not armed properly, when they are not, when there is no wisdom and understanding invested in them. I've witnessed children whose parents invest true knowledge and understanding and comprehension and wisdom in them, and how these children are able to successfully defend themselves in the face of all kinds of bullying or different bullying scenarios. I've also witnessed children who are not armed properly or armed with carnal weapons, who don't have the same successful outcomes. And not even just children, but adults, because those children have to grow up, right? So I feel like when people get into situations where people are able to conquer them, overthrow them, or get them to conquer themselves, so unalive themselves, I feel like that is because they are not properly armed. They are not connected to God. They are not one with God. They've separated from God. That is the only way you will fall into these traps, opposed to finding the ways of escape that God always provides. So I'm okay with the slander. I'm okay with with people releasing their frustrations verbally, because that's all the fuck you can do. Yeah, you're going to get mad at the fact that I didn't fall into those traps, but you fell into them. You're going to get mad. You're going to come on my platforms and talk shit. You're going to try to find any and every reason about me to ridicule me, to try to sift me off as weak, or try to taint how I'm perceived. Yeah, you don't have a choice but to do. That's all you can do. But you can't defeat me. You can't conquer me. So talk your shit. I don't give a fuck you talking your shit. I don't give a fuck about your accusations or your lies, or you trying to demonize them. They did the same thing to Jesus. And that's the thing. Y'all always want to try to skip, skate, slide around the fact that they call Jesus a sorcerer. They call Jesus a demon worshiper, the prince of devils. Because of the alchemy that he was doing. Because him being a viable vessel for God to show his miracles through. Period. So, what's the difference? And again, as I always say, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're not God. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta like how I talk. You ain't gotta like how I dress. You ain't gotta like how I do things. You ain't gotta like how I do. Listen, if I don't like what you got going on your platform, I'm not about to be on it. If I don't like how you carry yourself or who you are, what you do, what you stand for, I'm not about to be around you. I'm not about to be talking to you. I'm not about to be fucking with you. So why do y'all feel the need to try and fuck with me? Why do y'all feel the need to try to pick and nitpick with me? Get out my face. Get off my shit. Stay out my way. Remove yourself. Bye. Don't y'all got the people? Y'all in the most elite groups. Y'all in the top tier groups and communities, right? If you are in the best communities in this top tier, in this creme de la creme, why the fuck is you looking over here at me? You shouldn't have anything to say about me. You shouldn't care to mention me, speak on me, compare, compete. I'm not competition, right? I'm not competition. If y'all feel like people who do readings, do tarot, read astrology, if y'all feel like we're of the devil, aren't you supposed to depart from that? If you feel like that's evil, depart. Depart. Okay? You supposed to turn the other cheek, right? You're supposed to separate the wheats from the tares, right? If you feel like I'm a tare over here, separate yourself. Bye. I'm not trying to hold nobody hostage. I don't do that. I'm too busy holding on to God. So any event that anybody call themselves letting me go or releasing themselves from me or abandoning me or neglecting me, switching up on me, I'm still holding on to God, and God is still holding on to me. Because God knew me before any of y'all knew me. God knows me best. God know who I am before any of y'all. So your opinions, your biases, your collective arguments, your collective decisions don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. And the toxicity that y'all fester and foster and cultivate, I bet you won't do that to my children. It's not happening. Whatever successful outcomes to have people fall into these snares, you know what I'm saying? It's not happening to me. It's not happening to my legacy. Get over it. Get used to it. Save your breath. Save your life. Save yourself. Because in the event that you are wrong and I am divine and I'm not evil like you're trying to project, in the event that I am truly divine, which I am, those people can't save you. Your self-deception can't save you. Satan cannot save you. So, you do what you want to do with it. But I advise you, don't come over here bringing me no problems when I'm not starting no problems with you. Don't come over here being an asshole to me if I'm not being an asshole to you. Don't come over here bringing me injustice, being unrighteous, being mean-spirited, being nasty, trying to cause me harm, trying to upset me, trying to trigger me, trying to provoke me. If I'm not doing that to you, don't come over here trespassing in my energy, my mind, my heart, my spirit, my peace. If I'm not doing that to you, you have no right. And it's an injustice. And the scales will be balanced. Justice will be served. And there will be no rest for the wicked. No justice, no peace. Don't come over here trying to cause me suffering if you're not prepared to suffer. Because you reap what you sow. So, if I haven't been trying to sow you suffering, what the fuck make you feel like you could just come up in my life, bombard my peace and my loving energy, the love that I'm exuding and giving to others? What the fuck make you feel like you can come over here and sow suffering for me, and that's going to be my harvest when that's not what I've been sowing? No, that is your harvest. You can point fingers, you can blame whomever, you can cry, scream, you can beg and plead. At the end of the day, if you sow seeds of suffering for somebody who's innocent, you shall suffer. God damn. Oh my God. Like, I really be trying to understand. Like, y'all be trying to make it seem like y'all are so bright, so brilliant, so smart. You're not studying enough. You haven't studied enough. Go study. Hold your horses, okay? Because you heard something that you don't have enough understand. Hold your horses before you be so quick to, oh, that's the devil word. Hold your horses. Go study. Go study. Go study. Love yourself. Respect yourself. And what I'm going with that, like with this love yourself enough to know that if you claim you're saved, you're one with God, you're of the body of Christ. The same way God spoke through those prophets in the Bible, God speaks through those in which he dwells, in their body, in their temple, in their vessel. So, are you then saying that God doesn't dwell within you? Meaning, you can't spew wisdom, you can't speak knowledge and understanding and revelations, and you can't perform you can't perform miracles through your vessel. What's wrong with your vessel? What's wrong with your vehicle? Is it broken? Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Yeah, so go study. Study the Bible. Study other books too, because guess what? God speaks through other people, places, and things as well. Just like God spoke through people, places, and things in the Bible. God is the Alpha and the Omega. God is the creator of all creators and always creating. Always. Always. So you love the book of Psalms, right? Don't forget don't forget David's shortcomings. You love Proverbs. Don't forget Solomon's shortcomings. Before you want to go somewhere, they're reading tarot, they're devil worshippers. Oh, they're reading horoscopes, they're devil worshippers. Well, God, so when a preacher has a prophetic word, and then he goes to the Bible to, quote scriptures in reference to the downloads or the prophetic word that he has for, oh my God, like, study. That's all I can say. Study. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. I feel like intelligence, knowledge is infinite and eternal through God. Like, when it comes to the highest intelligence and the highest brilliance, God is the most brilliant of them all. God is the most intelligent of them all. God is also eternal, omnipresent, omniscient, meaning that it can go, go, and grow, and continue, and continue, and continue. So don't stagnate yourself. Don't stagnate yourself. Like, I'm just saying. Exceedingly abundantly above all. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And you got to be okay with being feared because of how you're made. And all the wonder that you have and the wonder that you conjure in people. You have to be okay with being feared because people claim they believe in God. People claim they're one with God. People claim God, but they're walking around housing demonic spirits. Why? Because God didn't give you the spirit of fear. God didn't give you the spirit of fear. God, I mean, that's what the Bible said. The Bible said that. God also said you're fearfully and wonderfully made, but God didn't give you the spirit of fear. So people make a lot of excuses to avoid the unknown or avoid things that they fear. People make a lot of excuses. People develop a lot of narratives. Okay, to get out of having to go in that dark, that go in that house. Okay, or you know, whatever it is that they view as fearful. Okay. It's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me. But I'm at peace with it just being me and the divine. And the thousands of angels assigned to me, I'm at peace with that. And I'm not here for any of the bullies. Any of the bullies. Even the ones who fake like they're believers in God. I'm not here for it. Stay away from me. 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 I don't owe you anything. I owe all honor and glory to God, not you. I don't owe you shit. I owe all honor and glory to God. Period. Period. And I'm not settling for anything outside of the love that my. You know how they talk about a father's love and how a father sets the standard for their daughter in regards to the treatment that they deserve? Well, the standard that the Most High sets, I'm not settling for no deception. I'm not settling for no liars. I'm not settling for no cocky, prideful, haughty son of a bitch. I'm not settling for anybody who would throw me under the bus, who would abuse me and mistreat me, and they know I don't fucking deserve it. I'm not settling. So unless you gonna move out here like God, unless you're gonna honor what God is telling you to do as it pertains to wanting me in your life, we ain't got shit to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. It's really that simple. You do what you want to do with it. Go talk about it.